Welcome back everyone to TCG Card Shop Simulator, and welcome back to my store, Art of the Cards. Now, since I did the last episode when the new update dropped, they have fixed some stuff in the game, and they've also done some changes. So first I'm going to have a look at Zachary. I've changed his jobs around. I set him up to restock cards as his secondary, not his primary. So we're going to restock cards, and you will see there's a new option, set card price. So the issue I was having in the last one where there wasn't setting the cards after they put them down, I've also increased it to 20%. Terence here is going to be the main person doing restock cards. So as his primary task, and I want him to go up to 20%, set prices. So we should put a card on the table, immediately set the prices. If there's no cards to be put on the table, he can then go and help Zachary go and do the prices for the shop. I have had the game running quite a bit in between, and as you see, the money is totally different. So if you have a look in the back here, everything is absolutely stocked up to the brim. So it should mean I shouldn't need to do too many orders in this episode. We've got a bunch of card machines now. We've got 6, and they're all ready to go. And we've still got quite a bit of bulk boxes, so I didn't bother doing any. But yeah, that's lovely to see that. There was another change as well. So if we go to... I can never remember this guy's name. For each star, they've changed it. So what was happening before is each star was giving 8%, and then when it got up to the top, it was a 40% bonus to how quick they are at that job. Then you also have the give bonus. Now what was happening is if you had a 5-star person and used the give bonus, it was then sending them into negative numbers and making them less effective, not more. So the way they've got around this problem, or the way they come up with fixing it, is each star now only gives 7%, not 8%. So if you've got a 5-star person, they're only going to be doing 35%. So for the people who didn't give a bonus, it's actually downgrade from what it was when the update dropped. But that also tells me that the give bonus is going to be a 5%, because they said it, with the give bonus, it will equal the 40% it was before. So a slight little change. And they've also fixed some of the other issues like I had with Lauren on the counter where she wasn't doing a job. That should all be working right now. So let's open up and let's get these card machines emptied. There's nothing to top up in the shop. They've been doing it in between. And I can't remember what else I was doing. I put a load of cards down, so I've got some ghosts that was duplicates at tier 8, so I've put them onto here. We'll see how the changes are happening. And now I've got 20%. That should mean that we're going to earn a lot more money from cards, and that's where our big money thing is at the moment. We do have some grading outside today in a second, but let's start off with the card machines. So first one, 3,200. Okay, we've got 1,000 on here, so we've got a £920 card there. Very nice. And nothing else in that one. 2,000 in here is not going to have too much, but we'll just scan over just to make sure if anything's around the 1,000, I will give it a check. If not, we'll just scan through them. Again, with this one, only 1,700. I'm not expecting a lot on any of the pages. And I did stack up all the cards, so they've got plenty of cards to choose from. 2,000 in here. Most was about 600 on a page. The rest of them wasn't too great. 1,400 on here is probably the worst one we've had. But £300 to £400 a page is not bad. It's going to give me a lot of duplicates. And 2,600. So no super great pulls at the very start. But we have had great pulls at the start of the last couple episodes. So I'm going to let them concentrate on that. Everybody in the back should be... Let me just quickly look. Yeah, the Monpack machine as their primaries. So once I've finished all the machines, then they will come out and stock the shop. But the shop is fairly full, and we do still have a good amount of money. Now, the one thing is we did maximise our front shop in the last episode, so that's one less thing we've got to be paying out for. Yeah, I'll take a grade 9 off you. Thank you very much, bud. So when we've been spending like 25,000 expanding this, that's one expense gone. So I'm expecting at this point, with that and the card changes, we should be able to start getting a good amount of money very fast. All the tables are full up. So I just want to make sure Terence is actually doing the thing. I also reduced the tables down to 7. I want to see if we can get back to that 20 hours per table. There was another thing in the patch notes which I didn't bring on in the last episode. Is the higher your rating is, the more you can charge on the tables, but I've not found any information about what I can charge extra. So current on our events, we're being charged 28. Can I take it up to 30? Can I even take it to 35? I don't know. But you can earn more for the table. But I'm just going to keep it on the base amount at the moment. I do want to see how close we are to the next. So we can actually move up a tier. We're about 2,300 from the top tier. Cards with full arts might increase in prices. Well, we've been pulling a lot of full art foils, so that would be very good for us. So yeah, I'm going to select the next event, but that won't be till the next day. Let's have a look how this is full. We've still got 100 cards in there. Quick fill. And apparently quick fill was losing people cards as well. So I'm glad they've fixed that. Let's go with the Tetramon. Get all those in first. And if there's any spaces, then we'll switch over to the Destinies. Yep, there's still another space. So we'll keep the same, 45 to 1,000. And we're just going to go over to Destinies, where we should have a lot more cards available. Brilliant. All the 30 slots are full. Only 115 cards in there. So we will have to keep an eye on it throughout the day. Let's come and check on there. The tables are looking full, but whether that's because the 20% means them selling the cards a lot slower, I don't know. That's actually a very good price, bud. I'm still going to try and get a little bit more off you. 42.50. Come on. You want this. Brilliant. Yeah, the card tables are all pretty much full. Just trying to watch what Terence is doing. So he's going to go and grab some more cards. We'll come and have a look at him in a second. I want to make sure all the stuff in the back has been filled up. That's a very good price. For a £1,000 card. Thank you very much. And we still need to check on that grading. A grade 7. No, I'm going to decline this because it's such a big drop in money. Let's have a look and see what the first grading of the day is going to give us. That's probably the worst pull we've had for quite a while. 2 9s, a 10. Them 9s we might be able to send back out. It might have been something we've already sent out once for grading. I wish it would tell you which ones was regraded and which ones wasn't. And Terence is doing a great job, and because Zachary's got nothing else to do, he's coming to help out. So I think just for now, I'm going to take up a couple of cards. They're only worth 60. Let's try and get one of those graded cards down if I can. Just want to check on these two. Let's come and take you up and put these two down. And let's have a look at what the prices are. So this one could definitely go up in value, so I want to take you back off. Just so nobody buys it. And let's have a look at you. 3,000 up to 18,000. Yep, you're definitely coming off as well. So we've got 2 to send to regrading there. We'll get that sorted straight away. 8 I'm not worried about sending back up. I do have a Blazor down here. I've just seen as a 9. Let's have a look at you as well. 2,000 to 8,000. I think that's good enough jump that I do want to send that back out for regrading. So that's 3 to send to regrading. I could just send fresh cards out if I want to and not worried about the regrading at this point because we've got so many cards coming in. That's a very good one. 1,300 to an 1,800. What's the maximum price? 84 on you. And 98 on there. I still think it's worth me taking that trade. Being as though the event is going to be changing the price of full arts, That's probably could be worth more on the next day. Nope, don't need that. And we got 32,000, so I am going to want to concentrate on getting these plushies. And maybe try and get some plushie decos next to the stands as well. So let's get the grading done first. We have missed the deadline, but that's fine. I just still want to make sure I send it off. As soon as I accept one, I want to send one back out. So we are already in this section, so we want to send you. We wanted to send the next one, which was a 9. We do also have a Royal Llama down here. I've just spotted as an 8. Do we have many more Royal Llamas? Because I still want to get that 1 to 10 achievement. No, there's no more, so that's fine. I'm okay sending it out, and we wanted to send you back out as well. And then we'll go and have a look in Destiny, see what our highest value in here is. Got a 2,000 there. What about in the Tetramon? About the same values. So we'll just send the Tetramons out just for now, so I haven't got to switch menus again. And another 1,300 there. Yeah, submit that 1,600. We can afford it now. I was hoping for more trading card slots. Let's get these lights on. In the last update, but unfortunately that wasn't something that happened. Okay, I'm doing a very good job at keeping the table. I'm just willing to see how much money we've got. We've still got a couple of decent sized ones, but we've probably got something else in the album to list on there for very big price as well. We'll have a look on the next day when the next set of grading comes back. No, I'm not worried about you. And what about you? It's just a trade. It's no real benefit for me doing that trade. Just make sure the machines got started. Yeah, 4 hours on most of them. They did a good enough job of filling them all up. And you can see which cards I'm using. So they're mainly used down here. Oh, no, don't want to move the shelf. Want to get into my scanner. Just so I'm not out of the cards, I just want to make sure I fill up at least some of everything. Because the shelves out the front will go, or they will run out of stock out here. We are 6 PM, we've got a couple of more trades. And neither one of them is any benefit to me. But yeah, I'm happy with the tables. Let's have a look how this box is doing. There was about 100 and something in the last time. There's only 62. So that means we've sold about 50 cards on this day. Wow. Now we are coming down to like the 45 tier cards. So as you see, absolutely full up to the brim. So all the cards that's in the, which menu are we in the Destiny? There's no cards in the Destiny that's higher than £45 now. Switch over to Tetramon and let's do the same for that. I expected us to have a lot more cards than that, so let me just have a quick look and make sure that's correct. So if I go to Tetramon and go to prices, we should have nothing higher than £45. That's a duplicate. That's what I should be looking under, which is correct. And then if we look under Destiny, under duplicates, and it should be the same here. Yep, so it's working. We seem to have a lot of cards. I know there was an issue where some people was having cards deleted. And hopefully that hasn't happened to me. So we're still on the Tetramon base, and now we could just drop this down to £40. We're going into more cards. Like, this will be a lot more than... Okay, it's only 92. I thought I expected more than that. But when we start getting into the £20, £30 cards, I will have like a dozen copies of each card. But yeah, we'll come and have a look at that multiple times throughout the day. The tables are pretty much full, so that's good. There's one empty table at the back. So I do want to keep an eye on these sort of things. Okay, we've got a little bit of time, so let's get this first thing ordered. So we're going up to T4 of the King Stars. And I think it was 4 out the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, it was 8 to fit on the shelf in the front. And I think it was 4 for the back. So I think it's 12 I need to order. Got some more customer trading. Nothing I need. Doesn't look too busy, the shop doesn't today. So I'm very interested to see that report at the end of the day. Especially with the amount of cards sold. But either way, they are doing a good job at keeping 3 tables full. We are going to need to get more card machines in very soon. So you can go into there and there. That'll give something for people to do. It is 9 o'clock, so I'm probably going home. We'll just set them up on here. So they can do it at the start of the next day. And I do want this thing to be full. And they are definitely filling it up with boxes. That's getting fuller all the time. Such a fantastic addition to the game, that card storage. Or the card box storage. No, don't need to get either of those. Let's have a look how the machines are. Is anything going to be ready tonight? Well, a couple of minutes on some of these. Yep, there's some over here ready, so let's get them started. 4,000 on you. So it's mainly on this back page. So we've got a lot of full arts, not a foil, just a standard one. £300 gold foil up in the corner. Very nice. Nearly 4,000 in here as well. 800 on the front page, but nothing too spectacular standing out. 250 gold foil at the bottom. Only real value on there. A lot of £50-60 cards on here. And that was the value in that one. 3,500 here. Nothing too spectacular. 1,800 in this, so I'm not expecting a lot. It's when you're up towards the 10Ks when you know you're going to get ghost foils or a chance of getting ghost foils. And if you're around the 100,000 on your total value, then you've got a ghost foil pack. Nothing too great in there. Okay, that one's nearly finished. And we'll just get this one. So nothing too super sexy at the moment, but we're still getting a good amount of value. It's going to be more things I can put into the thing at the back. £800 there and a £1,000 card there. Very nice. You'll want to buy another machine. No, I'll leave it off until I get that last plushie in I said I wanted. So yeah, the games are finished. We've just got to wait for her to go, and then we know everybody's gone. Well, those both are leaving, so I'm happy to close it. So we got 190 in the shop. That's the highest I've ever seen. We've been about 182 on many days, but not 190. How much cards did we sell? 62 cards? I thought we sold more than that because there seemed to have been a lot of cards stuck out the back box. I topped it up twice in that day. 50,000 experience, that's our new normal, so I'm happy with that. And with 7 tables doing 149 hours, he's around the 20 hours per table. So I think that's where I'm going to stick with the 7 tables. We didn't pay off the bills, we'll do that in a bit. And I did spend a lot in between episodes, that's why the 38,000's there. But overall, only 11,000 on the card earnings because we had none of the big cards down. But we'll change that on the next day, get some of the big ones out. But that's an actual decent report. Those will fill up the shelves and out the back. Let's see what the price on this one is. £72 profit, not as good as the other one. Am I willing to just start the shop up? Yeah, well, let's just start the shop up. There's a few boxes out there. I'll go and help them fill up the shelves in the front. They'll be doing the card machines out the back to start off with. Part of me is willing to get or wants a card storage box holder in the front of this store, but no. I'll just have to stop being idle. And a lot of those have gone to filling up the cards. That's great. At least I'm getting my cardio in on this day. And it's one of the things I don't like about these bigger figures is just there's too little in a box. Just wish there was bigger versions of these boxes you could have. And it does seem that only one person can load a machine each, so they all take a single machine. And one more to go on the shelf. I'll let them bring them in the back when they're finished with the card machines. Okay, we have got some customer trading up there. We'll try and grab that if we can. That looks nice. What have you got nice? Okay, you are asking way too much. We'll try and get it for about 600. Yep, that's fine. And what have you got nice? I've got 3 of these and this is worth more. So I am just going to accept that. Just having a look to see if there's any gaps in the shop. There might be some gaps on these just because they've been using these to fill the machines. No, there's some in the back. What about you? Yeah, there's still been loads of this stuff. Just them filling up the machines at the moment. They're not getting the time to actually load up the shop until all the machines are loaded. So when you start getting more and more machines, unless you keep everybody standing outside for a few hours. Where do I want to do? Okay, so we're going to have to do a big stock up on these today. You're all going. Let's give you an hand. You're on the way. You've got a little bit left, so let's give you an hand. Okay, you're ready. And you're ready. Okay, that's fine. We will get these stocked up. Probably 3 boxes of each, just in case somebody's got one in the store. Okay, books are down. Must have had a good day on those. And while we're at it, just look at our bills. 11,000, so it's only 2 days' bills. So it's a good job I didn't go for that machine. But we'll get round to doing them soon. I do apologise about my voice. It keeps giving way on me today. Looks like I've picked up something else. So let's have a look at the other plushie. So this will be the last of the tier 4s. We need 15. And then I think it was 12 boxes. This one only has 1 figure in each. Let's get 8 just for the moment. I 8 boxes with only 1 in. Okay, don't need to do that. And nobody else is in here for customer trading. Still quite a bit out here for them to bring in. And let's put you into them too. I think those are still outside, so I'm not going to rebuy them. Ah, can only get 2 on these shelves by the looks of it. Just set them up ready. Somebody will top it up soon. Then it gives me a second to go and have a look at the card thing at the back. Let's set the price. I don't think anybody's coming to do this yet. £87 profit. I swear we was getting more profit on these. 155 on these ones here. And only 50 on here, so those are the big sellers, really. How's the card box looking? Let's have a look. They currently only have 46 cards, so let's quick fill it. And apparently, that was all the Tetramon base. Up to £40. So we are running out of cards to put in. Should have a lot of Destinies in that value. Yeah, 10 copies of this, 9 copies of this. Up to 137. That might do us out the day. Go and check on customer trading. It's a lovely looking card. I am going to try and get it. It's not a great price. It's off for $3.75. I thought I might have got that. 400. Yeah, that's good. Did we have any trading on this day? Not by the looks of it. You can also just check this menu. Yeah, it's next day. We get 2 back on the next day. I've got 4 of this. It would be a drop down. No, I'm not going to do that. So they are struggling to keep the table topped up, but I did say about looking at what we had in graded to sell. I'm okay for you. Don't have any real big attachment to these 10s here. I do want to keep them ones up there. I thought we had another one of you. Could have swore I had 3 in that set. So let's take you up. Put all the big cards across here. Let's set some prices. So it looks like we have already sold you before. You're about the 18,000. Let's see if anything changed. Yeah, it's worth a lot less now. Actually, no, because we're doing these at 20% now, aren't we? And that could be a reason why we didn't have as many card sales in value on the previous day as I was expecting. Is there anything else in here I would want to be sending out? Probably not until the next set of grading comes back. And I've given them most of the value in the back, so I'm happy with them just doing it. He seems to be doing a fairly decent job. It's just checking all the prices every single day in the shop is a big job. I should really take him off it every couple of days, but I just can't be bothered changing his AI to do the certain jobs every couple of days. Lot of these already, I don't need any more. So we've got all the plushies, what I wanted in. Now, do we have a King Star, a Draconix, or the Giganite? Do we have any of those in decorations? Now, from the past, we have got to keep the smaller version. So we do have a King Star there for 3,000. That might be like a middle tier. I would like a smaller version. We could go with this one, because this is the one we've got in the shop, going with the basic tier. Yeah, let's get that Min Star in. Get the Nanonite. And do we have a smaller version of the Draconix? 10,000 is quite a lot. Probably not looking at this. We do have a gold version of some of them. Oh, those would be nice in the store, but 20,000 each. I'm not rich enough for that yet. We'll just stick at the 2 I've just got. And another day's nearly over in the shop already. Wow. 859 I don't need any more, and same with that 500. So let's go into our menu and look at our decorations. So we can place a star. That's going to be this one here. We'll have you forward, and then you should just snap to the edge. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. And then what was the other one we brought? It was a Nanomite, which is this column here. I like that. Just need to get one version of this one, though, really, in this space. Just check the menu again, make sure I'm not missing. So it's going into, like, the bats. And then that small one at the bottom. So let's have a quick look. Probably going up to... Actually, we don't even have one in this version. So the only bat one I've got is the 10,000. I'm guessing he's going to be a big boy, considering this was a big one for 6,000. I could just go with any random one. Or could even just put a plant against it. I would like something to match. Well, we've got 29,000. I think I'm just going to buy this and see how big it is. Yeah, massive base on it. There's just no way I'm going to get that into this space, and I thought that was going to happen. Just way too big. We might have been able to get it down here if I move all the shelves around. That might attach onto there. It does look extremely close. But it would mean having, like, the pigs at the back. Let's put you outside for the moment. We'll find something else to put in there eventually. Still cards out here people haven't brought in. We'll do it at the start of the next day. Just making sure nothing is running out. Just by a visual inspection. Okay, I'm expecting you to have been topped up by now. Oh no, we have actually sold out in the back. What about you? So we have had actually some good sale days if I've gone from having 2 boxes of everything to stuff being sold out. Just have a look on the plushies lower down, make sure nothing... Ah, we might need to get some more of these. Because there's only one in a box, so I'm going to need a good stockpile of those. Yeah, that'll do for the moment. We did pay off the bills already, so I think it's time to get another card machine in. Nothing else down here I want. I could go into the corner shelf, have a look at that. And the box shelf. It was part of the new update, so I am going to do these before I get another card machine. Just so we can see if we can put them in the shop somewhere and look at how much they're moulding. So yeah, I'm willing to accept that because I want some lower tier cards without me having to spend out the costing on it. I'm doing very good at keeping that table stocked up, so I'm happy about that. Tables are a bit empty at the back. Oh, it has just turned 9 o'clock. So let's just quick fill this. We should have enough destinies to fill this up. Yeah. 1s down here, 2s, 3s. It does look like it's giving the biggest values every time I put it in there, so that's good if that's favouring it like that. Just a little annoyed. We'll find something to fit in there. Unfortunately, it's not going to be the one to match the shelf. Let's have another look at the beginning ones. We want to go with one of these small ones. We'll just buy a worm gull. Look up. Which one of those do I fill more? I think you. You're cute. Okay, another customer trading. What have you got? Nice. Nothing I need. There was nobody on the table at 9 o'clock, and I didn't raise the price, so I was expecting a bit more of a busy day out the back. We'll have a look at the shelves in a bit. Oh, it's for the other menu, isn't it? Wormgull. So it'll be through this one. Or Lup Up is the one we brought. Yeah, that's just about the right size. Shame it can't match up to what's on the shelving, but that's sort of what I wanted. I think that looks quite cute and very nice. And she's gone for the day, so let's get the report. Go on to the last day. 187 visitors. 33,000 on the card table, but we did put some bigger cards down, so I expected a pretty good day. 13 in the shop. 5,000 on the card tables, that's quite nice. And I think we are up onto the higher paying event on the next day. 51,000 revenue, I can't moan, but 41,000 experience only. How many people actually played cards? Well, there was 90 playing the cards, so 25 dissatisfied. I'm just going to let them bring the stuff in outside first. We do have some grading, so we can have a look at the 2 sets of grading and send some more off. Let's do this. That's a much better. So we've got a racks at 9. We've got 3 10s. We've got another 9 at the back. Couple 8s and a 7. That's a nice one. We'll get some of them on the table. And let's have a look at you. So the ghost fall didn't come. I actually did, because I think it was a 5, wasn't it? I think the ghost fall was a 5. So it might have gone up to a 6. Either way, that needs to go back out again. And we've got to keep re-rolling it until we can get up to a 10 on it. That's going to be my focus. So I just want these to come and get these card packs in. The machines might be ready, so if we get these done, and then they can just bring that stuff in while I put an order in. 24,000, let's have a quick scan through. Nothing up to the 1,000, so we'll just skip you. 1,600, so I'm not expecting much in here. We've not had an highly successful day on the card machines as yet. 63 is a bit better on here. 14 on here, so let's have a look. 1,000 pound card there. That's another one in the grading tier. A God Ghost pack as well. Anything else to... Nope, that's a couple £100 of cards. $4,000 in this one, might have something. 2,000 on here, so there's something nice. 1,700. Draconics. And a couple others that's half decent price. 3,000 in this one. Nope, nothing too special. And we'll look in the last one. Only 2,000. I'm not expecting a lot in this one. No. Seems to be even throughout the pages. We do have 26,000, so I am going to buy an extra card machine. Because that is where we're going to be making our money from now, is getting duplicates. I did sort of move things around in the back so I had space for this. So we can have a nice batch of 5 there. And the way I've got my storeroom all around the outside, still got room to expand. I could probably get another batch of 5 in this little gap here as well, if I really want to. But let's let them stock up and I'll bring you back when everybody's stocked up. Okay, they've brought in all the stock from outside, so I'm just going to open up now. All the machines are filled in the back. And they're all ready to go for 10-hour cycles, so we should be able to get them again on this day. Let's have a look at these new shelves, especially the corner one. I'm interested in this one. Doesn't look too bad. What would I want to put on here is the question. Maybe single cards? Up in this corner here. Can I move you to the front just so I can have a... Well, I could use the stock out the back. Let's put you there for the moment. So on these old 48. We could actually get both types. No, I would want that the opposite way. So I'd want Destiny here, and then I could have the basics on this side. What could go wrong moving stock around while the shop's open? Come on, out the way. Let me get the tab off. We could get you onto there. We could get you down to here. You would be on that shelf there. And then we'd want you on the bottom. I don't hate that. So I'm going to pick it up and put it in the corner. I do like that shelf. That's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Okay, it is slightly bigger. So let's just put you over there for the moment. It does mean I'm going to have to move all these down slightly. I'm going to mess up my displays, but I think that would look nice for both these sets of cards to be on there. Okay, there was a green state there. Can I snap you onto this? No, you're snapping onto that side. Just trying to see where all the snap points are. So we're just going to move you back for a second. Can these snap onto here? Pretty good. It's not terrible. Actually, no. We'll just snap you onto there. Just otherwise, this is going to be in the way. The hitbox on there. So it is slightly deeper. I'd love to know what the top amount that could be held on there. Changes up the shop a little bit. And look at all the empty boxes we got. We can actually use these. So if I want to move the Destinies over, this is the easiest way to do it. Just look at the quantity. It's holding. Oh, these are fantastic. I like these shelves. Now, they did use most of the Destinies to fill up the card machines in the back. Hence why I'm trying to get this side done first. We are back up to 20,000, but I have got bills to pay off. I really want to see what the maximum quantity these can hold. Because it might mean moving some of these other stuff like these onto the bigger shelves. Yeah, definitely like those units. I would, like I said in the last episode, I would like different colour variants. A white version, a grey version, a black version. Or even the ability to just select on the unit and paint it whatever colour you want through the decoration menu would be good. We'll get them to stock that up and see how full it gets. Just for now, we'll put you onto there. And yeah, I'm happy to just sell you. Have a little change up in the shop, and probably I'll do it with the comic books maybe as well. There's basically it's basically like two of these type shelves. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's pay the bills off and then we'll have a look at what's going on with the shop. Nearly 6,000 a day on bills. And that's without bribing people for the better ratings. How's the shop doing? Okay, most of it is full. The two cards I put on here at the start of the day still haven't had their prices put on, so I'm going to need to come do these myself. These was just some 10s I had in the collection. I wanted to get onto the table. We do need to look at grading because I didn't do that yet. Nothing too spectacular there. So let's come out the way. We do have some issues over here with stock. Yeah, that'll do for now. That's going to fill up the shelves again. How are the top ones doing? Pretty good. The rest aren't empty. What about you? Still got 8 in the back, so those haven't sold. And you're still falling in the back. Anything else looking a bit empty? Maybe get... Get a couple of each of these just so they can fill this up so I can see the actual quantity that can hold. Nope, don't want you. Let's go and check the back, see if they've got plenty of cards in here still. Down to 43 cards. So let's fill up to down to £40, up to 1,000. We maybe pick something up out of the machines. Okay, so that's full up to the brim. Only 71 cards in there, so there's a lot of ones up here. 28 copies of this one. As soon as we got rid of the higher value cards, those are the ones I'm expecting to be filling up that machine in the back. And then I don't have to check it daily. I would like to get that. I don't think 100's a terrible price when it's only 113 market. Yeah, we'll go 105 on you. And this was the other shelf. We didn't have a look at this one. Trying to find somewhere to put it. Might be better for the boxes to be on something like that, but I do like this, how I've got this. Maybe comics in there? Let's get a box of comics out the back and have a look and see how they look in there. Where was my comics? Down here somewhere, wasn't they? Yeah, up in the corner here. I've got a lot of these. Let's try and see if these look any good on these shelves. And also, how many... I'm not 8 in it. Would mean I would need to have like a comic corner down the back here. This can be moved anywhere. So this is holding 27, and I'm guessing that those new shelves hold a lot more. Yeah, definitely way more. Like I said, not 8 in it. I'll get that organised into a better position in between episodes, I think. Go and get the lights on. Okay, let's check on trading. Yeah, I'll try and get this. Let's offer you £12. There's another one here. Nope, don't want you. So he's up to 3 stars now, our Zachary. $2.50 I'll offer you. But you're not asking for a great price. Not really. You can have $2.55. Watching out. He did say the prices are fair. I just want to see somebody saying if these card prices at 20% are still fair or not. But they are selling, even the big cards. So I am looking for like the speech bubbles. What have you got? Nice. Nothing I need. So I would have to redesign. I could get 4 comic books there. It's a wider shelf. Could have comic books all the way from, say, here all the way down this wall. We could always move the tables up into that corner. So I was thinking about getting some more comic books in this episode, but no, I think it's probably better. So we can go from, well, 18, it's still not full, so it looks like 84 on a full shelf. It might even... I don't think matte would look nice on there. But these onto here, definitely. So yeah, I'll have another little move round, but let's go and get these machines done. Okay, we got a ghost on the first one, even though there wasn't much value on here. Nothing too spectacular, a couple of 700 pages. 1500, I'm not going to have anything in here, but I'll still scan through. 3200. Another ghost here. It's not been the day for card machines. 2,500. 800 on this page. Okay, so we've got a full art god pack. Nearly 4,000 in here. Gonna be looking a bit better than some of the others I've got. 1,000 on this page. Anything really super good? 772 up the corner. And we've probably got a 300 gold down the bottom and another gold at the top, 385. Not too bad on that page. Nearly 5,000. Didn't actually catch the page where it was on. Oh, it's all on the first page. There, 1,800 is about the only good thing in there. And 4,000 on there. We had a couple of 1,000 pages here, so let's just have a scan. 170. A ghost reverse for 340. 329 for a gold foil. I think that's all the machines. And just before I finish off, I've got 53,000. Let's get another machine. I've got a space right next to me for it to fit into here. But at least we're making some good money. 2 extra machines, 2 unlocks on this day. Lots of stock brought. I am still going to need to buy a lot of this. But I want to have a move around with them shelves in between episodes. Just while people can just stock it up before I do an order. Don't need you. And you, I've got 7. Where was the doing in this back thing here? So down to 31 cards. Most of it is all one type. Let's clear out the base cards first. Did you fill all the slots? You did manage to fill them all. 76 cards in there, and most of it is just that one type. And then we'll switch to the Destiny after we've sold all these. Probably some of the things in here that's worth some value. It's a shame you can't click on and see the values on this menu. And like I say, I can put a second one of those up if we're just not getting much cards, but soon we will. Have a look on here in between. Let's do some grading before we just call it an episode. So I've got 2 slots to do off. Did we have anything in here? So we've got... Ah, that's where the sunflake was. I knew I had... Actually, no, I've got a 10 and a 9, so I'm not going to send that out for regrading. Might just have a quick look at the racks and the flame chick. So let's just take you up. So we want to have a look at racks and want to have a look at flame chick. See if these are worth sending back out for grading. Okay, you're currently worth 4,000 going up to 14. Yep. Let's get you sent back out. What about you? 3 to 6. I'm not going to bother. I've got enough cards. Even though we didn't have a great day on the tables, we are still getting quite a bit of thousands. Sorry, out to the machines. We've still got quite a bit of a thousands. with the 20%, that's actually still quite a good amount. So let's get these grading sent off. So let's get that rack sent in. So managed to get a good amount in there. Those are all the Destiny cards. Let's submit that. And let's go and send the other one off as well before I forget about it. And this time I'm going to send it in Tetramon. So we're below 1,000 on this one here. So I'm not going to do anything more out of the set there. We'll just go to the Destinies. So we need a very good day on the next day to get these cards topped up. Otherwise we'll send a bunch of ghosts off. But yeah, 2 more submissions. So on the next day we've got a very good full art foil pack coming back there on the first set of grading at the start of the next episode. We've also got 3 regrades. Did I actually send off? I don't think I sent back off the ghost. We've got that ghost reverse. That's has to go back out, so that will have to be in the next episode now. So let's just get the report for this day. 188. 62 cards got sold for 36,000. 18,000 in the shop. That's actually quite nice money. 145 hours on the table. So yeah, 7 tables is perfect. 56,000 experience, but now we're getting more machines. That's going to supplement our experience. So with that new machine I've just dropped down, we might start getting up to 60,000 experience. We got 5,000 off the card tables, which is nice. We're only spending £500 on the events now. And we still come out with a profit even though we paid all the bills off. And we spent £40,000 in upgrade costs. So yeah, very good days. We can't grumble with those. Unlucky on this day we didn't get much out of the card machines. But we'll be definitely getting some better ones in the next one. We can't do any worse. But hopefully you're still enjoying the series. And I'll be seeing you all again in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching.